peas have put a bit of a growth spurt on, so I thought it's about time we got them out. For those of you that watched the video where I actually sowed these, you know I did them in a 5-star dice pattern. And originally there's been one or two little no-shows along here. Well, all in all, not too bad. This bed here is where I had the onions last year, and the white stuff you can see on the top, it's the top dressing I put on the old spent tomato compost. And before I've just started putting this stuff in, I've given it a water with the super soil, and now I'm going to just put 2 trenches in and sow the gutters. I've just tidied the edges up now. I'll give them a water in, and I'll put a little mesh across the middle for them to climb up a little bit later as they get going. Rather than put the full frame across for the peas yet, I'll wait till I've got the next row in, which I'm yet to sow. And in the meantime I'll put a little hoop over the top just to get the sparrows and pigeons away. That's the cover I've popped over the top. Hopefully that's not too dark to exclude too much light. We have having quite a few rain showers at the moment. I've got my board out here, my marking board, and that's because I've got 3 rows of celery in the greenhouse ready to go out. But first of all, I'm going to replant another 2 gutters of peas. Back in the allotment greenhouse after sorting the peas out. Looking at the celery now, and that there at the back is the Latham self-blanching. Got a little tray on here, I think that was called something like pink blush. And the stuff on the end, although it looks very much like celery if I draw back there, it is celeriac, and looking on the planting plan I haven't marked that on, so I need to find a little spot to pop that in. With the celery I'm going to do 3 rows of 12, and they're about 15 centimetres apart. I'll just dig that out. The soil is quite damp because we've had torrential rain showers this morning, continuous, so I'm just grabbing a convenient gap in dry to pop it in. Right, that's the celery put to bed. I've given them a good watering in, and say sun shining, so nothing now to stop them from romping away. I've just put this cage over as a bit of protection. I'll put a couple of boards at each end. Main reason is the fox is still quite active at night and there's holes appearing everywhere, and I'd hate him to start digging these up. That's another one ticked off the list. I'll just give you a little update on the Vegepod. The latest plantings here is the beetroot. There's 21, 3 rows of 7 of my usual favourite bolt hardy. I've watered them in and they look a bit sorry for themselves at the moment, but I'm sure they will pick up. And they are a bit close together, as you can see. But I want to pick these roughly around about golf ball size, or maybe a little bit bigger. And I'm going to do another sowing now, ready for the big ones which will go out into the main beds. So I'm just replenishing the beetroot stock, sowing some more seed in this 24 cell tray. This is a Bathgate peat reduced multi-purpose compost. It's a bag I had from last year, and we've had tremendous rain showers intermittent today. I've left it open and it's gone a bit claggy, but nonetheless it should be okay. While I'm doing this, I just want to, on my last video, one of the viewers made a comment about planting the brassicas out. How do I keep track of what's where? Well, I know on each bed there's going to be 5 in the row and there's going to be 6 rows and there's 3 beds. So all I do is create a matrix, a grid pattern, just like this, similar to this, and where each plant grows, I write the plant number off my master plant list, and that's why I keep track. I'll just pop a little picture in of me actual marking list to let you know what it is. Now that we're starting planting out, I've got to start making room here to bring the wicking system in to house these chilies. So one of the jobs to do is first of all dismantle the old Vegepods. Within the next week or so, I want to get the seed onions planted out onto the allotment bed. So I'm going to first of all do a stock check to see what I've got. Basically, I'm only growing 3 varieties this year. There's the large onion I'm growing is the Celery, and the 2 smaller ones are Vento and Tough Ball. But first of all, I'm going to do a stock check to see how many of each variety I've got, and that then makes planting out and planning the beds much easier. When I move these out, I'm not going straight into the allotment bed. I'm going to put them actually on the bean bed with a net over just to harden them off for a few days, and that will have the added benefit then of freeing up space in here, and then I can think about setting the auto watering system up as well. Here in the Midlands, we've had some horrendous rainstorms this afternoon and we've had quite a lot of flooding on the allotment, but I did manage to get the onions out, and I'll just show what we actually got. I'm not sure how well this will show up through the net, but here it goes anyway. For the number 1s, we've got them the Tough Ball, and we've got actual 53. For the number 2 is the Vento, and we've got 46 of those. And number 3s, these are the Celery, and we've got 45 of them. And right on the end, we've got the banana type shallots. We've got some Alista, long red Florence, and also the Zabroon. So I'm going to leave these out now until we actually start planting out into the beds. Hopefully they'll be alright and they don't get waterlogged. As you can see in the allotment greenhouse, we've still got quite a lot of stuff to go out. Sweet peas are in desperation. I need to get the structure up and get them sorted out. But I've put a few tomatoes, gave a bit extra light where the onions were. I've done some pricking out and all, and in here these are Coreopsis, there's 8 of them, and then we're called Incredible Swell. Got more pricking out in the greenhouse, and I'll just take her in there, the one in the garden, and show you what we've been doing. In between the rain showers, I also managed to weed the asparagus bed. There's only 2, 3 spears, 4 maybe showing. I possibly intend to use this as the main flower bed for this year, although I've got some other plans if they come to fruition for it. Back into the garden greenhouse. As you can see, I've taken the walls, the surrounds off the Vegepods, so they'll be coming out soon. As you can see, the peppers are looking really good now, and then we're ready to go into their final pots. Same on this side, still got my canners. The ones that you may remember, I did cuttings of some tumbler tomatoes. They seem to have took okay, so glad about that. And we've got vegetables, the things, the cucumber plants are starting to fruit, so they need to go into their final pots soon. Spin you around, and this is some more pricking out that I've been doing. We also saw the Coreopsis in the greenhouse down the allotment. We've got 8 Crimson Crush there. There's 5 aubergine, patio baby, and there's a couple of zinnias down the front there called Early Wonder. Still got some more potting on to do. There's the Minnesota Midget, the melons out from Bill and Val. Originally I thought there's only 3 popped up, but there's another one, Reed it said, so I'll be potting them on again real soon. On the positive side of all this rain, it does bring the flowers on, and this border's looking quite nice now. Got the bluebells, but there's also this drumstick primula, which is one of the favourites of mine. It's got loads of flowers still underneath. And the aces are starting to wake up. So really pleased to see these. After that harsh winter we had, they seem to have done well. Like last week, I visited my mate Chris up at the nearby Allotment Shop, and he took me a tour around to show what veg he's got for sale. He's got some quite good bargains there. Have a look. Right, you're in the first part. What have we got here then, Chris?
Strawberries, Florence F1.
Nice there.
And then we've got leek plants, cabbages, kale, sunflowers, mammoth onions, broccoli and cauliflower.
Can we just go in the...
And we've got some pine berries here, the white strawberries.
Never heard of them.
It's a cross between a pineapple and a strawberry.
Oh right, nice. And what we got in here?
And we've got courgettes on the top shelf.
Yeah.
And cucumbers below. And then we've got Jamaican pumpkins.
Some of those there.
Lots of varieties of tomatoes.
Got all the brand names on there. Alicante, Marmande beef tomatoes. Sun Gold. Gardener's Delight, the old favourites there. What's in these pots here, Chris?
Just runner beans starting off.
Okay. They were nice on the top. Marigolds, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've got a fantastic crop on there.
And then we've got sweet corn, and then you've got the hot peppers.
Sweet corn there. And all these are different peppers. So these are hot pepper cayenne.
And you've got the sweet peppers.
Then you've got even more tomatoes there. Where's the sweet peppers? Over there. Okay. And what's these on the end here?
Oh, that's more tomatoes.
More tomatoes. And going along here, Shirley's, Tumbling Tums.
And these ones are red robins. They grow like a bush type.
And how much are these?
Everything's a pound this year because of 65 years.
See, I was 65 years at the shop, blimey, that's fantastic. Right, so you can tell me, see fantastic selections. So if you're in the area, around the Bushbury area, come and see Chris at all seasons for your plants, and I'm sure he'll sort you out a good deal. I'm going to end this one here. As you can see, we've still got quite a lot of planting out to do, but we're dictated by the weather at the moment, and say the rain coming down is really everybody does make weeding a lot easier. Hopefully in the next one we'll be planting out the onions and a few other things. So that's it. Many thanks for watching. Stay safe all, and bye for now.